guys, I just thought I'd pull my phone out right now because I don't want to take too long like getting the camera out, but we're basically in some sells 3380s because of the major bullish price action over the last daily candle and even into the new daily candle. The previous daily candle didn't even have any top wick. We haven't even made a bottom wick until now, I think, maybe, this new daily candle. So it was kind of inevitable that we were going to get some sells, although we didn't get the double top. And these are kind of adapted sells that I wouldn't usually take. It's not a setup that I would usually take, but because of the daily lining up so well and the intraday and the pricing, I wasn't going to take a buy up this high. I would rather wait for the pullback, and it's kind of inevitable that the pullback is going to happen. We could still get fucked though, because it is a counter trend trade. It is risky, but it makes sense based on confirmations. But anyway, I'll go through the full entire trade after it's hit TP or after it's hit stop loss, whatever the case might be. But yeah, we just got in around 8:36 and it's now 8:45. So there we go, guys. TP hit the loss back that I took yesterday. So this is my first win of the month, first win of June, technically. Quick 90 pips on the sell side post Asian Open. Like, we'll go through quickly why I took this trade. So basically, woke up this morning, and because I knew this candle, this previous daily candle, was going to close ultra strong, it just kept on going up and up and up, even post London close and stuff like that. So once I'd missed the entry in Asian, obviously I took that loss yesterday in Asian, and price just took off without me, without the confirmations that I wanted to see. It is what it is. That didn't annoy me, just the fact that I took a loss when I shouldn't have really took a loss. That did irritate me. But when price runs off without me like this and it didn't give me an entry, I'm not mad about it at all. It is what it is. What I was seeing when I woke up is that this has got no top wick at all. Previous candle's got no top wick, so there's no range for price to continue up realistically. And what did it do as soon as it opened the daily? It just continued shooting up even more, which is perfect. It's like a clear as day that this candle was going to flip back bearish. It was so clear to me because of my experience. No top wick, we had no bottom wick created, and normally if you look at every single daily candle other than this one, which is an anomaly, they've all got bottom wicks. Even if they did close bullish, like most daily candles have got bottom wicks. They create bottom wicks, whether it's small, large, whatever. So when a candle opened and it's pushing up even further after it's already pushed up hundreds of pips previously, it's got no bottom wick. It's almost inevitable that it's going to create a bottom wick at some point. Price was high, giving us optimal entries to sell, and obviously the no top wick on the daily, the no bottom wick on the current daily kind of just indicated to me that it was going to flip. All I needed to see was lower time frame confirmations, and obviously we've seen the 4 hour flip back bearish after rejecting. It's the same sort of thing because there wasn't really a 4 hour bottom wick and barely even a previous 4 hour top wick. It was very small, and we just continued up very strong. So I just went onto the lower time frames and I seen, all right, okay, there's a good chance the price is going to fall back below the 280s key level, and I was just waiting until after Asian Open for this to happen, and it did. And once the first break happened, it pulled back above, and then the second break happened, and I just knew I could ride lower time frame bearish structure, because even if it wasn't going to go all the way, like all the way down to the intraday AOY, it was most definitely going to revisit this minor AOY, this minor accumulation area. But yeah, I just wrote it down for 90 pips. Done for Asian session. Price is still running down to the 32.65s. So very good. That's prices. Wow, we've hit the 32.65s right there, bro. So there we go. Price ran nicely. That's over 150 pips, I think, for me. Yeah. Also, another reason why I took this is because I've got the idea of, in my mind, that price is going to set up for buys again. So what does it have to do to set up for buys again? It needs to give us lower prices. It needs to tap into lower demanded prices, right? So buyers can now jump back into the market and continue to ride the bullish trend, because the bullish overall narrative has not changed. It's just you need to know where you are in the markets to to capitalize on these types of moves. Like that's exactly why I took these sells, because I was in my head, all right, I'm waiting for the buys, but there's a setup right in front of me, you know, that I can adapt to short term. And that's basically what happened. So yeah, guys, amazing comeback. That's why I don't sweat about losses. As long as they're managed, it's totally fine to take them, for me personally, because I know that I'm going to be profitable long term no matter what, as long as I follow my plan. It's just sometimes it's a little bit irritating when you know you could have avoided a loss very easily. And if I take a loss and it's 100% a valid trade and got all the confirmations, I have no problem taking that loss as long as it's managed. Like I said, it's when you take those trades that you know you shouldn't really have took, the ones that you could have missed, and they're eating into your profits unnecessarily. That's the frustrating thing. But yeah, guys, God bless. Still only 9:20 a.m. for me. I love Asia, bro, because Asia, you can so easily catch every session. Fortunately, I'm going to be going back to, well, not really unfortunately, it's been a while, but we're going to be going back to Europe on Thursday. It is now obviously the 3rd, so we're going back to Europe on the 5th, early morning. So I'm probably on Thursday, I'm going to miss like almost all the sessions, because I'm going to land like 9 p.m. We might miss some setups on Thursday, but it is what it is. So guys, good morning. I told you about those sells on Tuesday. We actually did take another trade on Tuesday later in the day during the London session. Happened to be some buys. It was a really good setup, honestly, but unfortunately 80 pips in profit and reversed again. I know last week I literally talked about this. Was it last week? Anyway, this has happened before. Yeah, it was like peaking up so fast and it was like extremely volatile, and then it just rejected harsh. And after that, it ranged for like an hour and eventually just fucking dumped back to entry. Unfortunate, but we did secure majority. There was no risk on the table by the time it reversed, so not a huge big deal, but it's like annoying because that could have easily been a win. As you can see, price later reversed, stopping us out with break even, but it also hit where our stop loss would be as well. And you can see price was so close to TP that really rejected the 65s just about, and my TP was at 66. This is like a major AOY. It's basically the previous resistance that was broken around the 3360s, the 3357s, you could say. It was basically this area here, the previous highs here. Basically, price made a new high, pulled back to retest the previous intraday highs. That's where we started looking for our lower time frame confirmations running into London Open. So the first indication for me to even take this seriously was, yes, we made new lows, we pulled back. And then right after London Open, we attempted to make new lows again and we rejected. So this is a key indication of lower time frame, 1 minute seller exhaustion, right? After that, we push back above the key level, and something very interesting happens here is that like we've got a very like minor break back bullish on the lower time frames. But what really solidifies this like kind of breaker structure is the fact that we pull back and attempt to break these lows again, but fail. So that creates us like a nice double bottom. And then obviously after the double one, we continue back above the key level. So this is perfect confirmations on the lower time frame thing. We got exhaustion, intraday AOY tapped into, London Open, break of structure after London Open, and then an attempt to break the lows again, creating a double bottom, and then the push back above the key level to continue the bulls. Price goes on, and when it's tapping into that 3365s level, in my head, I know it's time to push the break even. So I push my stop loss to entry, and that's when we started to see the beginning of this buyer exhaustion on the lower time frame, where price just was ranging, not breaking any more highs. Actually did attempt to and failed, and then we broke minor lows here and continued bearish slowly down to the 33.57s again. Roughly like 2 hours after the entry, we get stopped out. It's when it goes so close to TP and then reverses. That's the shit that pisses me off. But anyway, guys, is what it is. Yo guys, I just forgot to update you. We're in a brand new trade, some more sells post Asian Open on Wednesday. Currently, pretty much, we are now 8 pips away from TP, as you can see here. Boom, got in on some 33.58 sells post Asian Open, and then now floating around 33.49s, which, or 33.49.7s, which my TP is 33.49s. So yeah, very, very close. If I get hoed like yesterday, I'm going to be so fucking pissed. But obviously, traders at break even again, secured the risk, so the risk is off the table. But yeah, guys, another 85 pips floating right now. Fourth trade, looks like it's going to be a winner, but we can't speak too soon. Boom, guys, literally put the phone down, and 5 seconds later, price just flips the candle and blasts through the TP. As you can see, we're still going right now. But yeah, sells, let's recap them. 32.58 sells to 32.49s. The fact that this candle was making a top wick, but it had no bottom wick, and I just seen in my head that there's a high chance that this daily candle is going to flip bearish, and I was right. Come Asian Open, where obviously we were showing exhaustion from the buys that were just slowly creeping up from 10 a.m. Eastern last night. Coming into Asian session today, we were just showing exhaustion. We were obviously high prices, setting up for some sells, and price, as soon as the Asian Open happened, we started shifting back bullish on the lower time frames, falling below the 33.58s. That's basically when the daily candle flipped bearish. So we got the breaker structure after Asian Open, right? Now, some perfect thing happened right after Asian Open, and it basically pulled back to the key level after that clean breaker structure. Pulled back to the key level. It was showing exhaustion already. Price made some new highs, pulled back, attempted to go and make more highs, but we saw like an accumulation here and exhaustion, and that's when we got the breaker structure. So we pulled back to the key level after that, and this is post Asian Open at this point. So a double top formation was formed post Asian Open, and this was the final confirmation for us. We got the breaker structure. We even got like this minor intraday AOI, but we didn't quite tag it. It was there, but we didn't quite tag it. Once we pushed back below, we actually got another retest below where we couldn't break back above the key level, and price just continued down bearish, breaking these lows and hitting the TP eventually. Because as soon as we tapped into this level, we just reversed immediately. So like, this was just a pullback the whole time realistically. If price is going to end up back down in these prices at 33, 36s, then there's going to be some opportunities for some sells that I can capitalize on. And lo and behold, there was. I'm so glad I'm out this trade now, because it was very sketchy. There was points where it was making new lows and then immediately it was just pulling back. So crazy volatility right now. But there we go. Another win in the bag. I'm going to be off the charts now. Got lots of shit to do. Tomorrow I'm leaving Bali, so I've got to catch up on videos, catch up on trades. I'm not going to be able to trade on Thursday, obviously, because I'm going to be in the sky most of the day. And it's summer, boys, so the weather is going to be pretty fucking good. I've already had a look. It's pretty good weather. Sun, it's better than when you look on the weather app for Spain. It's fucking looks better than here, even though it's way hotter here. But anyway, I am excited to go back. It's been 7 or 8 months now in Asia. We are coming back to Asia, don't worry. It's just going back home, sort some things out, see some family, get things sorted and I'll be back in Thailand probably in the next 3-4 months. Let's see. Awesome trade. 4 trades now. 2 wins, 1 loss and 1 break even. I don't mind missing Thursday now because we took a decent amount of trades. What I was worried about is that there was going to be no opportunities for the first half of the week, and then it was going to start to ramp up towards the end of the week, and I'm going to miss Thursday where there could be potential like opportunities, major opportunities, which there still could be, but it's just what it is. You've got to charge to the game. It's part of life. Profitable week for us so far. I'm gonna carry on with the rest of the day because I've got a ton of shit to do, including editing this video. So catch you guys later. Peace.